So when you show up to one of your regular homes, weekly or bi-weekly, there's a mental checklist you want to go through. Is there anything damaged from the last week that wasn't damaged, or from this week that wasn't damaged last week? So you want to do checking branches, especially this time of year with the storms, uh, car windows, house windows, um, walkway lights, little figurines, just the little niceties of the property. As you walk the property, you also look for plants that are overgrown, um, areas that have a heavy amount of weeds. Um, Maybe the dog or the squirrel dug up a lot of dirt or rocks, and now it's all over the sidewalk. Little differences from how you left the property last week to how it is now. When you notice these differences, things that are broken, you take a picture. You could submit it in the issues, damaged or other by accident or something else. Just say, I noticed that this was broken, was not my fault. Um, just wanted to submit the issue. So as you walk the property, you have your task list in hand. It's important not just to identify broken things, but finding the areas that when the customer has put a special request. If you have a long list of things, prioritizing what looks the most important, what's going to give you the best before and after, that's going to make the biggest impact for your time. This time of year, we have the holidays and lots of packages. It's also good if you notice packages at the front step. You can go ahead and pick up those packages and put them by their back door to protect them from theft. Another habit of mine that I would do is newspapers that are on the driveway. I pick them up as I'm blowing, because you have to blow the area anyway. Instead of blowing the newspaper around, you pick it up, and when you're by the front door, you drop the newspaper off. And I've gotten a lot of happy reviews. Thank you for bringing my newspaper in. So contact with customers and communication. Some customers you get to see them every visit. Some customers you've never met them. Well, they have their contact number in there, and we don't want to pester our customers, because they do. Some of them do enjoy their privacy, and then obviously the ones that enjoy talking with you every time. But maybe like once a month or something, check in with your customer, ask them how they are enjoying the service and what you can do to improve, if anything. In our notes, for the basic stuff, it says edge, hedge, blow, mow. And that's generally the process I follow. Weed whacker, hedge trimmer, leaf blower, and then lawnmower. So when I show up to a property, if it has grass, I grab my line trimmer. I will edge around the lawn, and as I'm going around the lawn, I do, of course, the detail edging. So sometimes you have the electrical cement covers in the lawn or on the side, around the sprinkler heads. That's not just for detail, that's also so you can be careful not to run into the sprinklers and break them. But also, as you're going around the lawn in the planted areas, it gives you the opportunity, while you have the tool out already, to hit any small weeds, to weed whack them down, to service any areas that need a little bit of extra weeding care. And I just follow that process out to the backyard and do the same thing. If there's no lawn in the back, the same thing. You still got the tool, so hit any weeded areas as long as they're not heavily weeded. We already talked about strategies for heavily weeded areas. Um, then you go into the hedge trimmer. The reason why I do hedge trimmer next is if you trim your hedges and you drop a bunch of leaves, you won't be able to weed whack the areas that the leaves are covered. And then once you blow and clean up, now you reveal all these weeds that you missed. So then you hedge trim. And what I like to do is when I have my trainees, I say you make a mess, then you clean it up. You don't want to make a little mess, clean it up, make a little mess, clean it up. It's not efficient. So you make one big mess, then you clean it up. So what I'll do is after hedge trimming, if I have an excessive amount of debris, then I will grab my rake and my bucket and pick up the majority of it, because when you go into the blowing process, if you have too much debris, it takes twice as long. It's much faster. Just pick up the bulk of it, leave your bucket, and go grab your blower. And that way you can blow the majority of it onto the lawn. Certain types of plants, it's not okay to blow onto the lawn, but your trainer should be able to handle that. And then the rest of it goes into a spot in a pile. That way when you mow your lawn, you not only cut the lawn, but you mulch and pick up a lot of that debris. Not only saving time, but saving you the actual physical labor aspect of having to pick up all that heavy debris. And then last and final thing, you pick up your piles and you take your photos.